Parents throughout Ontario are vowing to make improved services for autistic children a provincial election issue. The Ontario Autism Coalition has launched the campaign called No More Excuses. Joining me now is Sam Yassine. He's a new Ottawa member of the coalition. Now, Sam, you're a new board member. Why did you choose to get involved?
Because it's the only organization that is willing to speak up against government action and lack of action on the autism file.
And you have a son,
I have
7 years
a son,
old.
7 years old. He has autism. He was diagnosed back in 2002.
What is the main thing that parents are fighting for? It's something called ABA. What is that?
ABA, Applied Behavior Analysis, an intensive ABA known as IBI, Intensive Behavior Intervention, is the only scientific and proven therapy for autism treatment. In Ontario last year, there was a study that confirmed 50% of children receiving ABA, an intensive ABA, in a timely manner, they lose their diagnosis of autism.
Which means that they can go into the regular school system.
They can go to the regular school system with some support up to a certain point, and then they can be self-sufficient. They can end up being taxpayer instead of staying on government assistance for the rest of their lives.
Now, how many parents and children or how many children are affected? So, how many parents are we talking about?
We don't have official numbers, but so far from announcement and from here and there, we know that there are 7,000 children in the public school system, over 2,000 children in the preschool system, and we don't know how many adults are in Ontario with autism.
Now, why is the government stalled on funding for this? I mean, they even went to court on the issue.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not only about funding and stalling. It's also about meeting certain criteria that we asked the government to meet back in 2005. We asked them to cut back or eliminate the waiting list in IBI program. The waiting list is growing in time and in numbers. We asked them to introduce ABA, an intensive ABA in school system. Up to date, IBI is not allowed in school, and ABA is still not implemented in school. We asked the government to regulate ABA practitioners so they meet certain standards. This doesn't cost money, but still, Ontario Liberal government failed to do this. We asked them to increase capacity in practitioner to meet the increasing demand. Today, 1 in every 150 children born in Ontario or Canada will be diagnosed with autism, and yet our government is not doing the right thing.
Now, how do you intend to make this a campaign issue?
We will make it a campaign issue by bringing the autism issue front and center to the election campaign. And this is very important for everyone to know, that it's not only about Ontario Liberal government, it's about all level of government, and it's about all political parties to know and understand and believe that we are going to hold them responsible for any broken promise. We're going to hold them responsible for wasting our valuable resources by facing the same consequences that Ontario Liberal government is going to face in this upcoming election.
Sam Yassine, thank you for coming in and letting us know more about the subject. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
You're watching CTV News, Ottawa's news leader.